All right, guys, today we're going to take a look at the EleMake high security door lock. And this comes after we reviewed an electronic lock, I guess about 3 weeks ago. Mine ended up being defective. I don't know if something was wrong with the servo or whatever, but it would unlock, but it wouldn't lock. But this one says 100% mechanical, no risk of the low battery. And of course, no battery, no servos, nothing inside, no circuitry to be defective or go wrong. This one is made apparently with 304 stainless steel, maybe, we'll find out, and designed for do-it-yourself. So let me go ahead and mount this up on our desktop door jamb and see if we can't figure this thing out. All mechanical buttons, but I'm looking at the picture that really does look a lot like a dimple lock. Let's figure it out. All right, guys, installation wasn't too bad. I had to play comfortably numb 3 times in order to get this in, to give you an idea of how long it took. The thing that took the longest was actually reprogramming the lock to my combination. You have to remove the face of the lock and then put all these little pegs in the right place and double check before you seal everything up. Like all my demos, I set this one up for 1978. So this one is locked. It will not unlock it. So 1, 9, 7, 8. And when you do that, then it will open. Now you can also use the knob to lock it back up. No servos, no batteries, everything seems to work pretty good. And then of course it's locked. All right, you can have up to 6 digits. Anything that you want to include a combination of these 2 letters right here. But it doesn't have to be in sequence. So for example, mine was 1978. What if I make it 8179? Well, it still works. So any combination of the digits that you choose. You know, that mathematically it reduces the number of combinations, but to be honest, I don't think it really matters. Because when I tried to pick this, you put all kinds of tension on the knob, you get nothing from this. When you put pressure on the knob, they all seize up. And when you don't put pressure on the knob, they're all perfectly springy. No feedback whatsoever. When you try to choose a combination, if you were wrong, you could try it. You actually have to recock the entire lock to reset it before you can begin selecting again. So I think probably picking this thing randomly using the keypad, you're not going to have very good luck. On the other side, oh, by the way, 304 stainless steel. I believe the knob is probably stainless steel and perhaps the face of the number plate. I don't think the rest of this is stainless steel, nor is the bolt, nor is what I believe is a plastic thumb turn on the other side. This, I believe, might be stainless steel. So anyway, we've got to open, it's clearly marked, and it works very, very smoothly. All right, let's lock it up. Let's talk about one of the vulnerabilities here. I don't think you're going to be able to pick through it, but when I look down here, get the camera to cooperate, this is a key bypass. If something goes wrong with a number, you don't remember the number, you can always use your key to get in. This is a dimple lock, so let's try to pick that. I'm going to take my tensioner, just slide him right in that little groove like that. Put a little tension on him, that's about right. And then I'm just going to try to rake him, because I think that's probably what most criminals do. So I'm just going to take my thumb and reach around the camera and push down right here. Take my Goso pick, probably the most common dimple rake, slide him in there. The pins are on the bottom here, so I'll slide it all the way in, apply a little downward tension with my thumb, and then just give it a couple of rakes. And it starts to open. Now here's where things go a little bit awry. It turns all the way down, but remember I told you the pins are on the bottom? You notice the bolt starting to retract, but it stops. My pick is now completely caught in the warding and in the pins, because now they're all set, and there are some high cut ones in here that's holding my pick in place. If I take my tensioner out and look into the bottom, I can see the pins from the body now protruding into the keyway. Normally the key would prevent that from happening, but not a big deal. All you've got to do is, let me turn it like this so everybody can see, is take another pick, apply tension to the core to kind of bind up those pins, and then just kind of rake them back down into the body. Give it a couple of good rakes here. And when you feel it turn just a little bit, just take your tensioner and put it back in and give it a try. Not quite. Let me do a little more raking. Trying to do this around the camera is just a little bit awkward. Now we'll try that again. And now we're open. That's all there is to it. I would say that that is not a very secure lock. When you try to turn it back again, you can't get your pick out, but you can, I think, see the pins protruding in the bottom of that keyway. So they might have put a lot of thought into the combination here. They put a lot of thought into not using batteries, keeping it 100% mechanical, but then they cut the corner by putting a really junky core on here. Probably not the lock that you want to put on your door. So I would recommend you stay away from the EleMake model. What is it? AXMKD001. Wait for the 002. Maybe they'll make it approved. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe. Stay legal. All right, guys, I couldn't resist breaking something, and I'm afraid that's what I've done, but I've found another vulnerability. I noticed when I was putting this together that the entire keypad is held on with a couple of metal tabs. So I took my screwdriver and I stuck it up in the gap and I pried this dude off, and at some point there was a snap. These two little tabs popped right out, and the screw that was spot welded onto the back of that plate snapped off, and you can see the screw is still inside of there. This whole thing just fell right off, exposing the keypad. Now, when I happen to know this because I programmed this one. In the instructions, they tell you the gold ones are the combination. So whatever you want your combination, that's where you put the gold ones. Even if you didn't know it, you'd know that it's one of the two. So let's reset this, and it is locked. So I'm going to punch in the gold ones. Now remember, it doesn't have to be in any sequence. Even though I set it for 1978, I can set it for 8179. And at that point, we have an open. And I could also do that with the silver ones. If I didn't know the gold ones were the combination, I could just punch in all the silver ones. And when that didn't work, I would just reset it and then try the gold ones, and you'd be in. How easy is that? It's almost like they want to tell you what the combination is. Anyway, I've now broken this. I can't very well give it away. So instead, I'm going to give away this stuff. Kind of crooked here, but I'll just straighten it up like this. First of all, I'm going to be giving away one of the custom-made pinning trays from the Lock Lab. And I will throw in one of these. Well, I'm not throwing them in. LearnLockPicking.com donated these guys. This is a challenge. I think this is the Ultimate Challenge Lock. It is a 6-pinner. And this is really designed for beginners or intermediate. All these are threaded. For those of you beginners who've never seen one of these before, fairly wide open keyway to give you access to the pins. You pin it up progressively, start with 2, and then as your skills improve, populate more and more of the chambers with these. Huge bag of pins, standard pins, and there's also security pins, T-pins, all kind of repair parts, extra plugs. I think there's even some serrated and spools in there. And then, of course, there's the key, and there's some more extra plugs to go along with it. Anyway, that will be the giveaway. I'm not going to give away something busted like this junky lock. Anyway, guys, appreciate your time. Stay safe, stay legal. If you want to know how to win this, stick around. I will tell you. Thanks, guys. All you need to do is navigate to locklab.com, the tribal website, and scroll down in the middle of the page. You'll see all the giveaway buttons, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But the one you're looking for is the Weekend Review giveaway, purple band. Just click on it. It'll take you to the registration page. Again, scroll to the bottom, put in a good email address, so if you win, I can get in touch with you, let you know. Put in a username, doesn't matter what it is, and click Submit. When you're done, you'll get a green check mark confirming your entry. Thanks, guys.